Why are left-footed players often regarded as true geniuses in the world of football?
Well, he's only 17 years old, but Lamine Yamal is widely considered Barcelona's most important player.
And the winner is Lamine Yamal.
Lamine, the dream, copyrighted.
Lamine Yamal! Avoid left when Messi left. I'm not saying he's a ready-made replacement now on that level, but this kid is doing stuff at 17 we've never ever seen before.
Maradona, Messi, and perhaps next Lamine Yamal, players who can single-handedly change the course of a match, bringing immense excitement to everyone watching. They are the dream role models for every child thanks to their beautiful playing style and extraordinary vision. Lamine Yamal is currently one of the brightest young talents in world football. At just 17 years old, he has already become a cornerstone of FC Barcelona and the Spanish national team, earning acclaim from experts and fans as a rare phenomenon. Watching Yamal play evokes emotions that were only felt during the peak years of Ronaldinho, Neymar or Messi. His playing style is described as dopaminergic, meaning it generates excitement and captivates viewers in the digital age. Yamal is regarded as a model for the new generation of football stars, combining natural talent with an ability to thrive in the modern media environment. Yamal excels with his exceptional individual technique, exquisite dribbling ability, and sharp tactical vision. He frequently plays on the right flank using his left foot to create dangerous attacking opportunities. His style of play has been compared to Lionel Messi, especially in his ability to handle the ball in tight spaces and deliver game-changing moments. Throughout the history and development of the beautiful game, left-footed players have consistently been a formidable weapon for football teams. Does being left-footed inherently make players perform better, or is it simply a factor that gives them an edge or advantage in some way? When compared to the rest, this observation does not imply that left-footed players are inherently better. Many would argue, look at players like Ronaldinho, Xavi, Iniesta, or even Cristiano Ronaldo. They are all right-footed and equally exceptional. Of course, regardless of their dominant foot, players who train and reach the pinnacle of their careers are undeniably talented. However, according to statistics, approximately 80% of players worldwide are right-footed, whereas the percentage of left-footed players is significantly smaller. Logically, the number of outstanding players should heavily favour the right-footed group simply because of the larger population. Yet in reality, this isn't entirely accurate. We can list numerous left-footed stars today, and their numbers rival those of their right-footed counterparts. This suggests that left-footed players might have a developmental edge. This forms the basis of the argument that left-footed players possess certain advantages over their right-footed peers. The next argument to be presented is a scientifically backed point. According to research from the University of Oxford, left-footed players possess a specific gene that makes them more creative than their right-footed counterparts. Scientific studies indicate that the two hemispheres of the brain control motor functions on the opposite sides of the body. However, they do not have equal influence in governing different types of behaviors, leading to a bias favoring one side over the other. To put it simply, if a player is left-footed, their right hemisphere tends to be more developed. For those unfamiliar, the right hemisphere is associated with creativity, spatial awareness, and perception. Moreover, research suggests that within the right hemisphere lies a component responsible for what we often refer to as a sixth sense, akin to intuition. Considering all this, it becomes clear why left-footed individuals may be more adept at priming their brains to process incoming information and data streams more quickly. A prime example of this is Lionel Messi. According to Robert, the former assistant coach of the Spanish national team and a coaching assistant at Barcelona, this factor is what allowed Messi to consistently outclass his opponents, even when disadvantaged in terms of physical attributes. Left-footed players are often difficult to defend against because their dribbling and thinking differ from the majority. On the other hand, since left-footed players are exposed to right-footed teammates or opponents from a young age, they gradually develop instincts that allow them to maximize their advantages over others. When right-footed players face many opponents similar to themselves, they find it increasingly challenging to deal with a left-footed player who is already accustomed to competing against the majority. As a result, left-footed players often tend to excel at getting past right-footed opponents. This is why they are frequently outstanding attacking players. If you are a young player performing well and happen to be left-footed, you'll naturally attract more attention due to your uniqueness. You'll have more playing time and face less competition since teams often prioritize positions for left-footed players. Clearly, this gives left-footed players a better environment to develop from the start. Moreover, with an abundance of right-footed players, they frequently train and compete against each other. As a result, right-footed players are more accustomed to defending against others like themselves than against left-footed players. Since they encounter left-footed opponents less often, right-footed players find it harder to anticipate or counter the moves of left-footed players due to insufficient exposure. Additionally, right-footed players often use their left foot as their supporting leg. Therefore, facing a skillful left-footed player poses a much greater challenge for their opponents. The presence of left-footed players helps reduce imbalance in the team formation and creates the necessary equilibrium. Coaches always value having left-footed players in the lineup as it provides more tactical options. A left-footed winger on the left flank can deliver more accurate crosses. Left-footed forwards such as Arjen Robben or Mohamed Salah are often positioned on the opposite wing to take advantage of shooting angles and their technical dribbling ability. Cutting inside to shoot with their dominant foot has become a trademark for many such players. Many modern coaches have adjusted the roles of left-footed players to maximize their potential. They may be drawn into central areas more frequently or play key roles in advancing the ball through midfield zones. This allows left-footed players additional space to be creative and produce dangerous passes or shots towards the opponent's goal. Scouts and coaches have long considered being left-footed an important factor when selecting young players. They believe that naturally, left-footed players carry a unique gift bestowed upon them by nature, something that cannot be taught. Ultimately, whether a player is left-footed or right-footed, the most important factors remain consistent training and continuous development. Individual skills, the ability to read the game, and teamwork are the decisive elements in any match. Left-footedness or right-footedness is just one small aspect, but if utilized correctly, it can become a significant advantage, helping players shine on the field. We hope that Lamine Yamal will be the next generation, following Messi, to bring us the most unforgettable emotions in the beautiful game.